Hi guys, welcome to Legends of Heroes Trails Through Daybreak, Part 1. Did a history recap there recently, so that might help out with a little bit of the history, but it does not replace, and I said on the video as well, it does not replace playing all the games. I mean, that's a lot, so 10 games, so there's a lot there, okay? And when you work on a summary for the 10 games, it does it very little justice, but, at least it's a summary, so you're not stuck in the middle of the woods anywhere, you know what I mean? Hold on a second, just let me get something. Showing on some coffee. Two seconds. Okay, and the waters are boiling. Oh. Okay, guys. Let's see. That's fine, normal.
There you go. Oh, good. Wasn't easy to find this, Went around every damn antique shop in the capital before I came across it. Yeah, and now my legs hurt like a bitch for it. Gonna hurt something fierce tomorrow.
Well, sure. Open the case so we can confirm its contents. This does appear to be what the boss has asked for. It looks authentic to me, too.
This ain't no knockoff. It's the real thing. So, we good for $1 million?
And where did you pull that figure from? I believe we agreed on 100,000 lira down, and 300,000 more upon completion of the job.
Yeah, well, that was then, and this is now. Inflation ain't pretty, you feel me? Doesn't sound very fair that we busted our asses for something so important only for a little loose change. And there's a lot of rumors going around about you guys. How about it? You treat us right, and this could be the start of something real nice here. Huh. Interesting.
I suppose you do deserve a little extra something. The hell? You gotta be kidding me. You think we won't play? What is this? Huh. Should have known your flips. Word to the wise. Don't try to blackmail someone higher up on the food chain. Damn it. The cops! They start patrolling down here? Must have been on your tail. Let's just get out of here. What?
This is also the beginning of the Calvert arc.
I don't know any better than you. What are you doing down here? We're done. Let's scram. We ain't gonna wait around and get busted neither. This wasn't how it's supposed to go. Suspect in sight. Seems that kid paid off. After him then.
Even those dumbasses in the police force have their uses once in a while.
Ha 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 ha.
Things gotta be worth a shit ton of mirror if they want it that bad. Guess I should check the black light district. Or maybe there would be a better place to
Thanks for your patronage. Hope to see you again.
Just you now. We're about to close for the day.
Yeah, I hear you. Come on. Gotta take this upstairs, Eunice.
I'm going to bed then. Night, night.
Night, night. Grandpa loves you.
Good night, sweetie. Don't forget to brush your teeth first, all right? This one's on me, then.
Thanks. These little perks are why they call you the diva of the diner, you know?
Well, this diva is very welcome.
Think you can butter her up, do ya?
You really should enable him.
Is to give some answers so that you can fill in some blanks. All this bullshit that we have
I
not
sure smell something brewing. And it ain't the coffee.
we're on with her or blow up with her. This is her chance. Let's see. Alright, big up. I'm sure you're
Well, that's another dead end for me. I'm going above board for this system to keep letting me know. I think I'll have to take her advice after all. As bad as I feel exploiting loopholes in the law. Bingo. It was stolen from an antique shop in the capital last weekend, but because it could have been stolen goods,
The shop never reported it.
They were pressuring some black males to quit based on that.
This has trouble written all over it.
That policy position. They haven't seen anything from Collier's that inspires them. They don't trust her.
I have no idea if this person even exists, but let's plug in the code she gave me.
Why she has the policies here right now. But this is and whether you love
Oh, it worked after all.
specifically black guys feel like the harm is better. And they have to provide a response to that. I think there's so much to this. Number one, I think that fundamentally Trump is the first to this. I think future cycles will be there. I think people are tired of being sexualized. Oh, this is for black men, this is for black women, this is for Hispanic women, this is for Hispanic women, this is for women, this is for men. I think these are, most of all, they're Americans. They want an opportunity. They want an opportunity to be successful. They want an opportunity to go to school. They don't need to smoke pot to play. They don't need special robes. They need an equal playing field. To make it equal, they're telling me I need special services. Please don't go up to no one who's pandering. When you see the numbers, you don't give them loans, give them pot.
No. This looks like the building. What an adorable beach store this is. It has such a welcoming storefront. Is the person looking for really right across here?
Oh, are you a customer for him? It's still breakfast hours if you're interested. Or is it the office upstairs you're here for?
It is the office, actually. Is this where I can find Arkwright Solutions?
That's right. He only just finished breakfast himself, so I'm sure you'll still find him in his office. He might have gone back to bed though, so don't be shy about knocking a few times to get his attention.
You could be a criminal and you're innocent. We've seen that. We're trying to blame the border. Trump is trying to put that this year.
Her hair's really long. Wow.
You want to put marijuana on the table, but people can't afford groceries, okay?
Well, it doesn't get more complicated than mine.
Weed on the table, people are trying to, it just doesn't make sense. But then she says that she's going to give loans to black businesses, but then you're going to put more taxes and more regulations on those same black businesses. Yeah, so the policies that she's doing to try to attract this the market.
First thing in the morning?
Here's the thing, this is my point. Brian, is American politics. It's how it's worked forever. My kids were in grade school, and when they were, the kids who were running for class president, they would say, what? We're going to get Harry Potter, J.K. Rowling to come to our school. We're going to have candy every day.
You're not really doing the job, right?
I am.
J.K. Rowling never came to the school, and they never got candy.
I have something I'd really like your help with. So if you don't mind,
I just hope I'm voting Democrat. Don't behave like children. Don't take the shiny ideas. I hope so.
Thank you very much. First, I'd like to tell you a little about myself. My name is Agnes Claudel.
Call her Agnes.
I currently attend a school in the Urban District.
Miss Academy, yeah? Pretty famous school. Guess you're a first-year student living in the dorms, Miss Claudel?
You're very well informed. Oh, was it my uniform that gave it away?
You got it. Though I think anybody who lives in Edith would recognize it. The first year part's just my gut. You sure got the looks of a grown woman, but the way you carry yourself says it all.
I beg your pardon?
Name's Van. Van Arkwright. Don't got a clue how you found out about me. But if you know the 4SPG code, you gotta know what work I do here, right?
I do. You're a contractor people go to when they have a job they feel uncomfortable discussing with the police or the guild. I'm told people often refer to you as a spriggan.
Close, but not quite. It's not just an issue of comfort. I take on jobs you flat out couldn't bring up to the authorities. Jobs so close to illegal, the cops hate me. You get that, right?
I think so.
Well, whatever. Just give me a rundown on what you want doing for starters. I'll decide whether to take it on after that.
Thank you. In that case.
Holy shit. Don't tell me Aramis gives all new students Zyphas these days. Those things are top of the line.
No, but, you're not far off. Please have a look at this.
An antique pocket watch. Wait.
This is what I want your help with. I'd like your assistance in locating the old ornament in that image. It's a few decades old and a memento of a relative of mine. My great-grandfather.
Where'd you get this image?
It wasn't through an ordinary search engine, I'll say that. Records indicate it was stolen from an antique shop in the city a week ago.
I'm gonna assume you mean a special search app based on a P4 protocol exploit. Not what I was expecting.
Even today, sir, 2 things. He's got a Bloomberg interview, he's going over to Georgia.
I'll get it to you straight. Take this one of the cops or the guild. I don't know what kind of ornament this is, but it looks like it's got a whole lot of historical value. And you mentioned it was stolen. Likely some seedy folks are involved at this point. Besides, searching for a memento of a relative sounds like something those suckers at the guild would eat right up.
So you say, but I can't. I just can't. I can't go to the police with this. And the guild is even more out of the question.
If you say so. Oh, I guess I should have put out something to eat with the tea, huh?
Oh, speaking of food, this is from a popular bakery near our dorm. They only make 20 of them a day, and they're supposed to be really good.
This is Andalusia's late summer limited competition. Specially made tart covered in Violette Soleil figs from Oregon honey.
You are something of an expert, I see.
He talks a lot about migration. The Democrats not so much. Who is one of the top Democratic surrogates? Who's Barack Obama's going out again on the Clinton was down in Georgia.
I just want to make this clear. I'm not doing this because I couldn't say no to that tart. Got it?
If you say so.
How he remembers his legacy as a president and what they did during the Clinton years regarding migration and how they managed it. He talked a little bit about, because he was in Georgia, a living Riley, the Georgia University student, was killed by somebody who was in the country illegally. And there was a problem with that person in the country. It had to do with background checks and stuff like that. And here is the answer Bill Clinton gave yesterday that probably had the people like Kamala Harris's headquarters going, wait, please don't talk anymore. Trump killed the bill. The bill was written by senior Republicans in the Senate, and he killed the bill. Why? You got a case in Georgia not very long ago, and you made a name about a young woman who been killed by a yeah, well, if they don't go properly vetted, they probably wouldn't have. But if they all properly vetted,
Then I'm counting on you, Mr. Arkwood.
Same to you. Thanks, fine, by the way.
If you're then why don't you call me Agnes?
So just remind me how disciplined he is on the stuff. And by the way, he worked on me a lot. But just remembering too, things. Under sacrifice, that story. He came out there and tried to talk his way through it, got in more trouble. This is the problem. And it shows that this organization with their staff, the surrogates and our message. Not only was he off message, but they didn't even talk about when they get after it. Did someone tell President Obama to black nails to figure it was trying to million minutes voted for Kamala Harris? Did someone tell her, need to go out there and make sure you talk about the victims of illegal immigration. Lincoln Riley was killed before there was even an introduction of that border bill. And he dropped
Save it here.
Joe Biden and Kamala Harris dropped 94 separate executive orders that Trump put out regarding the border. And the problem is, it's not the surrogate's fault that this is happening. You have a candidate with no identity. And you have master politicians that are out there that are doing the best in their time. And so, this is a campaign that is relying on others to fill in the border policy. So you got people thinking, what's that Neverwinter? Not what Kamala Harris, because she hasn't made it clear to the American people. So you got messages all over the place now.
More camping again.
Lincoln's alleged killer, the illegal immigrant, crossed in 2022 when Biden and Harris were in the administration a few years ago. But what he got wrong was trying to blame Donald for killing the bipartisan border bill. Because the border bill didn't even surface, like you said, Brian, until this year.
Well, ultimately, the point, and it's the cover of the New York Post right now. We agree, political shocker, we agree with Bill Clinton. The point being that had migrants been properly vetted, she would still be alive. The other embarrassing thing for Bill Clinton yesterday, when he was out and about, he went to a McDonald's. They didn't recognize him. They thought he was Joe Biden. Hey, are you Joe? No, I'm the other one. Oh, I was about to tell you that she shot right there. She was like, are you Joe? I did. This is so sad. All about time is coming. Whoever expects the president to walk to you when you're doing your job, it's out of mind. I think every McDonald's been visited by good for their woman. Doesn't he love McDonald's? Remember? I remember when John Travolta played into that movie. He was always going to McDonald's. McDonald's too. Well, Carly has some headlines for me.
Hey, guys, yes, seriously, starting with this, a disturbed woman, rather, caught on camera robbing a 7-year-old boy and then slapping his mom in a New York City bugging. It all happened at a grocery store. The woman ripped a cat with her hand as he was playing with fruit. She then went over to the mother, hitting her, and she pushed a stroller with the baby inside. Serious residents say the crazed woman is still strolling around the neighborhood in the Bronx. Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin is defending removing non-citizens from border rules after the DOJ announced that it is suing the state.
Here I am, the governor, mandated and, oh, by the way, proud to support and defend the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Virginia, and by law to make sure that we have clean border rolls. The Department of Justice shows up 25 days before a presidential election and says, stop doing that. To me, this is unprecedented.
Now, back in August, Youngkin signed an executive order requiring daily updates to the voter list to prevent non-citizens from casting ballots. He's sued by the federal government for that attempt. North Korea blowing up inter-Korean roads that run between North and South Korea, and an apparent display of anger towards the South that comes just days after the North claimed that its rivals flew drones over its capital city of Pyongyang, and underlines the worsening tensions between the two nations.
Okay.
And today, 2 giant pandas are expected to arrive at the National Zoo in Washington, D.C. These pandas come from China. The pandas, one male and one female, were born in 2021 and are being told it's climbing. The return to panda diplomacy comes as part of a new 10-year agreement with Chinese authorities after Beijing pulled some of their pandas from the United States last year. So that is your news. Cap things off with some Panda-China diplomacy, guys.
Right. Pandemonium. I don't think you like the pandas. You like the dolphins.
Can't go wrong with any of them.
They give us 2 years to make more This is true. Very important. And they still have it at the National Zoo in Washington, D.C. Part of the Smithsonian Institute. You can actually go on their website. They've got a panda camera, and you can watch them all over because people are so fascinated by the it's a paint dry. They have nothing to do. They need to look at the panda. Right? there are a lot of people that love them. And too late. Lisa, I can dance with a couple of marsupials. No, this is so simple. There's got to stay up. Our panda bears. No. See, they're not bears. Known as a panda bear and bear species, they are China. They're known for the rough I'll get you one. I don't think they're marsupials. They're not bears. Not gonna believe.
Wish I could give her a good wax right now.
This
Guess it'll
special
have to wait
segment
till
is
tomorrow.
brought to you by Ancestry. Discover, preserve, share.
Huh? Oh, this must be his garage.
Now's the time to go back in time and shine a light on the family journey that led to you. Learn when they said I do. When we became heroes. Now they move the school. Run the their parents. The places on mom side and dad side. Detailed DNA.
Okay.
Inspiring family history memberships. Now's the time to save at Ancestry.
You're leaving me?
For a TurboTax expert. Yeah. This fall, switch to a TurboTax line up for the price you paid with last tax.
Choice hotels is a family of hotel for any traveler you want to be. Like Quality Inn, with the dad that gets every dollar and minute out of this family movie. Stay 2 nights and get 8,000 points. Look for that.
Get a huge variety of 31 different fruits and vegetable ingredients with Balance of Nature supplements. I'm impressed with the variety of fruits and vegetables in Balance of Nature.
I like Balance of Nature because of the 31 individual ingredients that they have stuffed into these little capsules. Because it's not just any one thing, it's a variety that makes a huge difference. Why not try Balance of Nature? Simple, easy, 3 capsules a day of fruits and veggies. A mixture of different fruits that were thoughtfully selected for their nutritional value. The same thing with the vegetables.
Get 35% off your first
I had to collect all my DLC here.
and our money-back guarantee. Claim this offer by using discount code FOXNEWS.
Most men over 40 look into the mirror and see this. When they could be seeing this. Most men over 40 look into the mirror and see this. When they could be seeing this. Most men over 40 look into the mirror and see this. When they could be using this. Particle 601 face cream for men. First of its kind anti-aging cream designed specifically for men. Fights eye bags, dark spots, and wrinkles. Visit particlemen.com. Use the promo code on your screen to receive 25% off your entire order. Plus, you get free shipping and 30-day money-back guarantee. www.particlemen.com. Because seeing is believing.
We're excited.
There's a lot of loneliness this way. I reading was the spoiler program. I was with our dog by reading stories to them. Interaction with our therapy dogs that can make a very big difference with day-to-day mental health. Thank you for your support of the anime. A lot of our therapy dog programs for seniors and youth in need. I'm Chris, but all my friends call me Ray.
What should I call you?
rise in the Middle East. Crafton joins us live from Tel Aviv.
It was just about 2 weeks ago that Iran lit up a sky here in Israel with nearly 200 rockets. Really a terrifying moment that caused scared lives. Since then, the world has been wondering how Israel will respond. The concern is that if Israel is too aggressive, this shadow war could become an all-out confrontation. Well, now we've got insight into Israel's plan. The Washington Post reports that Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu told President Biden in a phone call that Israel will strike Iranian military sites instead of oil or nuclear locations. That information signals Netanyahu might be willing to avoid greater escalation with Iran, at least for now. He's aware that any type of strike against Iran could actually impact our U.S. election. Netanyahu reportedly saying, we will listen to the opinions of the United States, but we will make our final decisions based on our national interests. Also happening today here in the Middle East, we expect the United States anti-missile system called THAAD for short to arrive here in Israel. A THAAD battery is manufactured by Lockheed Martin. It's $1 billion defense system against missiles. The Pentagon says that bringing that system here to Israel indicates our iron support for this country. Right. All right, thanks so much, Matt. Let's expand on what Matt just laid out for us. Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu reportedly telling President Biden's will to strike Iran's military rather than oil or nuclear facilities, pointing to a more limited counterstrike despite high tensions. Retired Army National Guard Major General John King's speaking at Donald Trump's rally in Atlanta today on the dangers of our troops while facing under Biden and Harris's command and join us with more. First off, Major General, it's outrageous. Another leak to the Washington Post from confidential meetings between Netanyahu and this administration. Good morning, Brian. It's absolutely ridiculous that we can telegraph and we will allow Israel's defense to be telegraphed to the Iranians. It's just not serious. These people in the White House are not serious about not only our allies, but the defense of our nation. So let's get this straight. If General Biden had his way, they never went into Rafah, found those tunnels, and unearthed maybe 4 or 5 battalions of Hamas. If General Biden had his way, they wouldn't have went into Hezbollah, taken out all their command, and blowing up at least 3,000 Hezbollah warfighters with their pagers, and they would not have moved in and blown up those tunnels that go right to the UN facilities. And now General Biden is stopping them by exposing them about different sites he wants them to hit. When are they going to learn that his instincts are terrible? That's why this election is so important, Brian, because, my goodness, the people of Israel, the people of America should not be holding their breath because of this administration's incompetence. That's the only thing you can call it. The Israelis have been taking the hit for the United States all the way back to Desert Storm. The Iraqis struck with Scud missiles into Tel Aviv, and we requested the Israelis not respond. We would not do that. And it's unreasonable for us to expect the Israelis to do the same. Let's take a look at Dallas. August 26, 13 U.S. members died at Abbey Gate. A bombing that we knew was going to happen and withdrawal should never have taken place. August 30th, we leave that country, turning over the Taliban. Al-Qaeda is now back, and Bin Laden's son now running things in Afghanistan. February 24, 2022, Russia invades Ukraine. We telegraphed it, we allowed it, we didn't get Ukraine ready for it, and then Hamas attacks Israel. Our intelligence and their intelligence were able to foresee this. So what would you do? What targets would you hit? Everything should be on the table. And we should not, our allies should not be, the defense of their way of life, their nation. But also look at the risk that we're putting our service members on there. This is America's treasure, our young men and women serving in uniform. When we telegraph to our enemies, let's on the table, let's off the table, we're putting our service members at greater risk. And that's unacceptable. All right, Major General John King, thanks so much. All right, we'll see you. We'll catch up with you again soon. I hope to catch up with you October 20th in Peekskill, New York. Fox Station will stream it live at 7 o'clock. History, Liberty, and Laughs. They're going to bring books to life in a way you've never seen before. Some experts have called this show better than Hamilton. Okay, I can't really name them out loud, but you go to BrandFilming.com and I can see you in person in New York. That's in Poughkeepsie at the Paramount. We'll pass the press in just a minute. There are many ways to deliver a ship. On old Dominion freight lines, we deliver them this way. This way uses technology. It goes the extra mile to do things the right way. We deliver bonuses on time, every time. Yeah, just have a little followers. Don't worry. I got my piece of your team. Tiny Eli's big flatter symbol. Again, thanks for wanting flatter symbol. The only way to sign.
Kamala Harris won't fight against anti-Semitism. She embraces the squad and sympathizes with anti-Semitic protesters. Kamala Harris is no ordinary Democrat. She's radical and wrong for us. RJC Recruitment is responsible for the content of this message.
I can see why you're expanding.
It's less on mine, too.
What's the secret?
We know humans like these
They're always staying one step ahead.
You can look at so much more than sales data. Prior behaviors, social engagement. See that? Predictive analytics.
How long have you been doing it?
How long have you been with BDO?
People who know. Personally.
If you struggle with CPAP, you should check out Inspire. Inspire, sleep apnea innovation. Learn more and do important safety information at inspiresleep.com. Right. It guides our every waking moment. What we do and how we do it. The amount of life we need can change in an instant. And when it does, you can control it. 3-day blinds. Visit 3dayblinds.com. Get started.
Multi-warrior projecting powers post-9/11 veterans with life-changing programs and services.
Realizing it is successful in a civilian career.
We stand by warriors and advocate for their needs. They were veterans out of the hospital, and they're still with them today. Through our programs, community, and advocacy, we're proving anything is possible. warriorprojects.org/today. A large retail store just canceled a huge order, leaving us with a ton of extra hard pillows. But you know what? That's their I'm gonna be your game. Get a standard classic hard pillows for wholesale prices. Only $14.88. I can't believe I'm even saying that. Only $14.88. But it gets even better. At the time, I'm gonna offer my entire classic collection at wholesale prices. Upgrade to a queen size my pillow for just $18.88. King size only $1 more. Get my body pillows for $29.88. My pillows for only $9.88. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on the screen. Use your promo code to take advantage of wholesale pricing for the first time ever on TV, including my standard size my pillow, only $14.88. They've never been offered this deal before. We have limited quantities at this place, so limit's gonna be 10, and once they're gone, they're gone.
I'm honored to severe psoriasis is helping me. Now with Skyrizi, I'm all your skin protection. With Skyrizi, we people achieved 90% clear skin in 4 months. And most people were clearer in 9 years. Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year, up to 2 summer doses. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections, or a lower ability to fight them. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, had a vaccine, or plan to. Now's the time. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi. Number one, there are now 2 biological
When you can't watch, listen. Get the latest
Well, good
news,
stuff
business,
right
and
here.
news headlines on SiriusXM. Anytime, anywhere. Fox News Audio on SiriusXM. America is listening. All right, we got a Fox weather alert today. All power is expected to be restored to more than 190,000.
Take as long as you need.
The dark in Florida. The damage from Hurricane Milton leading to indefinite closure of the state's national seashore. Meanwhile, 12,000 North Carolina, 12,000 folks from North Carolina are still without power more than 2 weeks after Hurricane Milton.
I'll be waiting for you.
Just change things from Fox Weather forecast.
Yeah, Lawrence, we're still watching the potential for record cold for parts of North Carolina. And look at the Great Lakes and the Northern Plains in the Northeast. These are wind chills, frost and freeze alerts for many big cities, Kansas City, towards Cincinnati, Harrisburg, and also Asheville, okay, where we have 12,000 people without power still because of Helene, almost 3 weeks in. Forecast highs in the high 50s and 60s with overnight lows at the freezing mark. It's actually going to be cold enough for snow for the Appalachians in some of these areas that still do not have power. So that's my big concern here. It's going to get cold, record cold in these areas over the next few days. For Florida, we're hoping that power comes back on this week. Temperatures in the 80s, so not as
Looks
big
like
a
it's
deal
closed
as
right now.
in North Carolina. Dry conditions and temperatures in the 70s and 80s, overnight temperatures in the 50s. But again, not as bad for our friends in North Carolina. And Steve, we're still highlighting this area that is still suffering so greatly, not only in Florida, but in the Carolinas. We have to send our prayers to all those folks.
Jordan, Shady, thank you very much. Meanwhile, Vice Presidential candidate Tim Walz facing criticism for his latest flip-flop. This one concerning free speech.
Well, look, the First Amendment is foundational. It's something I spent my whole life as vice president, and I think most Americans are clear on this. The point being on this, we're seeing censorship coming in the form of book bannings in different places. We're seeing it in attempts in schools. The issue on this is the hate speech and the protected hate speech. Speech that's aimed at creating violence, speech that's aimed at arresting individuals, and that's what we're talking about in this. And the decision on that, society decides on a lot of this. The idea.
Okay, and some of America's most successful billionaires apparently agree, fed up with censorship, campus protests, and far-left curriculums. They are backing a brand new anti-woke university in Texas. We've been talking about this. University of Boston is the school we're talking about. Senior Vice President Mike Shires joins us right now from Boston. Mike, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Okay, so that's Tim Walz's interpretation of the attack on free speech. But at the same time, in the last couple of weeks, we've seen a number of people from the political left, when confronted with some realities they don't like, they call it disinformation. Misinformation. What are you doing? You gotta shut up.
Yeah, and this is exactly the model that's driving why University of Boston is founded. We want to have an open conversation in our society, and lots of people are telling us what we can hear and say and do and talk about. And there's a tremendous sense. This country is founded on an open dialogue and free speech. I mean, you hear Tim Walz's definitions in some ways. You're kind of questioning what would the founders say. I'm not sure they would agree.
Sure. Ultimately, I know that a lot of people, when they do that, they're trying to silence dissent. But then look at college campuses, and I know University of Boston is just I think 92 students there in Boston. But I'm sitting a couple of miles away from Columbia University, and you've seen the free speech protests regarding Palestine up there, and to the exclusion of a lot of Jewish students who simply feel that they are not safe because of it. That's one of the reasons that people are flocking to your school, isn't it?
It is. I mean, the very purpose of a university is to have an open exchange of ideas and a civil discourse, to collect evidence, to weigh that evidence, and then to make judgments. And our universities have to be the place where the most dangerous ideas and the most traditional ideas are reviewed, tested, and challenged. And that's what the University of Boston is all about. It's also part of what many institutions have lost in their portfolios.
Excellent point. All right. Mike, thank you very much. Good luck at the University of Boston today.
Thank you.
Meanwhile, 3 weeks exactly until the election, and Democrats are ramping up the scare tactics. A second Trump term would be a huge risk. This man is dangerous. Donald Trump, anybody who doesn't agree with him is the enemy. Rachel Campbell is not being live in the studio with a reality check. There she is. Come on down. You're our next contestant.
To me, harm is home. But home is also your body. I asked myself, why does it target harm? So I started my own studio. Getting a brick and mortar in New York is not easy. Chase Inc. has supported us from Studio 1 to Studio 3. When you start small, you need some big help, and Chase Inc. was that.
Earth 100% cashback business essentials. The Chase Inc. business cash card pays for business. Maybe only what's yours.
Here's why you should switch from Google to DuckDuckGo on all your devices. DuckDuckGo comes with a built-in search engine like Google, but it's private and doesn't spy on your searches. And DuckDuckGo lets you browse like Chrome, plus it's using creepy ads follow you around from Google and other companies. Here's the catch. It's free. Make money from ads and take Duck follow you around. Join the millions of people taking back their privacy by downloading DuckDuckGo on all your devices today. It always came down to protecting innocence. Now it's his passion. The time we got home from the hospital. My son, at the time 15, he questioned me, are we going to be able to keep the house? Are you going to have to go to work? Home not only means everything to me, but clearly means a lot to children.
To the family of Detective Joseph Seals, we are going to pay your mortgage. The Tunnel to Towers Foundation is going to pay your mortgage before Christmas.
Very good. As far as we don't have to pay, a penny was it. One less thing for me to be good. From the top, he gave me hope.
Join us in supporting the nation's heroes and their families now. It only takes $11 a month to make it possible. Go to T2T.org now. I'm Jay Jackson. Almost 20 years now, this night has been purchasing life insurance.
Yeah, night times when the mirror really rolls in. You can come back another time.
Donator at advocacy.com to learn what your policy might be. Remember that price. Selling the life insurance to advocacy is right for them and their state. Don't sell or lapse your policy without going to advocacy.com first. There are no fees and no obligations. Get the real value in your life insurance when you need with advocacy. Over 25 years ago, the Maddox brothers had a simple goal: help the people in their small town and keep the busting joy pain. From Bourne's humble beginnings, Australian Dream Arthritis Pain Relief became the first premium arthritis for nationwide #1 overall sales. That's because the nation's pain really works. Trust me, Australian Dream Arthritis Pain Relief.
When you can't watch, listen. Get the latest news, business, and news headlines on SiriusXM. Anytime, anywhere. Fox News Audio on SiriusXM. America is listening.
Nice. You got a hit.
A hit? Oh, you mean that man? Is he the one we're looking for?
Sure is. Let's go see what we can get out of him.
Think you're a better driver when you're high? Think again. Smoking weed affects reactions and hand concentration. A message from Matt Canada. Whenever they drink, and wherever they drink, whatever they may be drinking,
What to do? What to do?
driver's favorite thing.
They haven't caught on to me yet. But I think if I can pull this off, I'm gonna be so rich.
Yeah. which is good.
The hell do you want, Andre? Anytime you want me, it leads me to nothing but trouble. You kidding me? I would have made bank from that old hag if you hadn't found my mate.
Figure out that, Rat Girl and Good Vibes don't pay the bills, right? Rat Girl and Joy and all the stuff that they were trying to sell doesn't get vended out of your apartment complex. It doesn't stop us from getting into yours. It doesn't stop the school system from trying to indoctrinate your children. All the things that Americans are concerned about, they're figuring out. This lady has no answers every time she gets on TV. Everybody realizes, A, how activist she is, and two, that she's not even willing to try. I mean, why isn't she going out on it? And you're here to talk about, as you were speaking Spanish, something about vaccination. Yeah, tell us about it. So I have a new show. It's coming out on DCF. It's called Fox News. It's coming out on Fox Deportes. But it's also at 4 p.m. every day. It's a news hour in Spanish. We're going to have great guests. We're going to focus on all things American politics, but also Latin American politics. And it's also going to air on YouTube, on Fox's YouTube channel at 4 simultaneously. And then at 5 p.m. on Fox Nation, which is wonderful because 20% of our population are Latinos, right? Yeah, and they're trying to be conservative. They are conservatives. Like Ron Reagan used to say, Hispanics are conservatives, they just don't know it, right? And they only have to these very left-wing news stations to get their news from. And people have been waiting. The guests that we have booked, all of them say the same thing. They're like, we've been waiting 10 years for this to happen. So the Hispanic community is super excited about this. And so am I. There's a lot of doubt on the schedule. We can watch it today. It drops today. It drops today. Yes. It's at 4 o'clock every day on Fox Nation. Got it. Okay, so where can we watch it if we don't have Fox Nation? We have the Fox Deportes. And we're also going to have it on social media. And then Fox Pod on YouTube. You're so excited? I'm super excited. We have an amazing guest. By the way, we just interviewed the president of Panama. Which we're going to show him from it. But this is a really interesting example of how our U.S. policies, our open borders, are affecting Panama. The president of Panama says, hey, you think your border's Texas? The border's actually Panama. And what's happened is, because we opened the border, the Darien Gap, which was this pristine jungle area, gorgeous with native tribes, these new
see you around, Jerry. If you ever change your mind, you know where to find me.
Why? Because we opened it up and people are coming through and they've destroyed the rivers are poisoned from cadavers, from trash, from garbage, from human feces, everything. And we're responsible for it. And so this president was elected with a mandate of Jose Raul Molina. And he said he's doing something that no other president of Panama said they were going to do, which is to close the Darien Gap. He's in the process of that. And we talked to him about it. So here's the guy.
Estamos en un proceso paulatino de ajuste del control de tránsito. Hemos hecho, vamos a decir, una sola puerta de entrada también que sería esa frontera que tienen los Estados Unidos con Daybreak. Este es un problema que nos está administrando que la gente no llega ahí porque nos estamos invitando, la gente llega ahí huyéndole a Venezuela.
He's also talking about different all over the world, about Nepalese that are coming through the Darien Gap. And also we're facing up, I want to mention this because we're going to have this community as well. They have 200 children under 5 abandoned in this very dangerous remote jungle. Their parents have died, some of them they just don't know. Some of them They don't even put their names. So these are the kinds of problems that the border is having. It's not just in our country, it's hurting our neighbors to the south. Well, I'm so proud of you. Congratulations. You're ready to take on another job and you're going to show up. Crazy.
The terrace is just...
Thank you. Thanks so much, Maureen. Okay, she has some highlights for us. Yes, I do. Big congratulations, Rachel. She's going to do a phenomenal job. It's a wonderful idea. And for more news to get started with this, the Texas Department of Public Safety apprehending a large group of migrants after they illegally crossed the southern border yesterday. Among the group were 22 special interest immigrants from Egypt and Turkey. The group was also bringing along 23 unaccompanied children with them. The operation is part of Operation Lone Star. Happening today, Texas Senator Ted Cruz and Congressman Colin Albright will meet today in the only
Take it slow. You're gonna stick out like a sore thumb otherwise.
the senator reacting to the recent Kennedy lesson.
Chuck Schumer's been explicit on his #1 party in the
Looks like he
country.
went behind the
Chuck Schumer and
stairs.
George Soros are flooding over $100 million
Damn,
into
good
the
eye.
state of Texas. Texas is the battleground. My opponent, Colin Allred, is a hard left Kamala Harris clone.
Senator Cruz receiving an official endorsement from former President Trump last night, saying he is doing a tremendous job in the state of Texas. And to Los Angeles, where yesterday's NLCSE was interrupted by a snake slithering into the Dodgers dugout. Causing a fire. Before it, he got snatched away. After the actual game, the Mets offense putting up 7 runs in the first 2 innings.
To right center field. Side ball to the track. Find it. This goes it over the wall. Grand slam to the end zone.
Mets fans are happy to take down another exception to bring series at one piece. That series will start in New York for Game 40 tomorrow. Coverage begins at 7 p.m. Eastern time on that one to continue this fun fighting. Thank you, Carly. We have more lots of friends straight ahead. Stay with us.
Did you know that hard-working, patriotic Americans, just like you and me, spend an estimated $500 billion annually, mostly with big tech, big box, and other woke companies? And billions of that money goes to support the radical left and their crazy agendas? Stop. We're actually funding our own demise. Join Mammoth Nation instead. We have a huge variety of products from carefully vetted American retailers who love America. Right now, go to mammothNation.com. Lifetime member today.
Caring about Dodgers' overall health is as important as my health. That's why it was such a logical step to partner with Chase. I love that the first ingredient is a high-quality protein. Salmon and grass-fed beef, chicken. Eat chicken. Every time they shake the bag, you drop the bottom. An alternative to pills, Voltaire is a clinically proven arthritis pain relief gel which penetrates deep to target the source of pain with non-steroidal anti-inflammatory medicine directly at the source. Voltaire, the joy of movement.
Our story begins when 65 years old, Zion and Jake were out discovered her retired teacher. No home, no health care. So she said no to this injustice and yes to transforming lives. It's this drive, this compassion that inspired me. Today we empower people to choose how they live and age. As a vice-friend, nurse and veteran, we advocate for better health, financial security, and stronger communities. Join us.
I'm Guard Street, you know what? That's their boss. I'm gonna make an airplane.
Okay.
It was for wholesale prices. Only $14.88. I can't believe I'm even saying that. Only $14.88. But it gets even better. For a limited time, I'm gonna offer my entire classic collection at wholesale prices. Upgrade your queen size My Pillow for just $18.88. King size only $1 more. Get my body pillows for $29.88. And only My Pillows for only $9.88. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on the screen. Use your promo code to take advantage of wholesale pricing for the first time ever on TV, including my standard size My Pillow, only $14.88. They've never been offered this low before. We
We have limited quantities at this price, so limit's gonna be 10, and once they're gone, they're gone.
I'll leave you for notice. You tell me when I'm up in, so...
Deploying shards!
Giving engagement. Brace yourself.
Did he just leave? Oh. It came out. It's good. It's got my attention.
Keep it up!
Bring that, please.
Bring it on!
So don't transform your kitchen in weeks, not months. Minimizing your
This will hurt.
Visit one of the 100+ showrooms nationwide. Get work for your kitchen today for as low as $139 a month at GarmentsToGo.com. From independence, with that declaration,
Thanks, pal.
inspired by belief in the God given right to live whatever you need. And the good that comes from exercising these rights well. The founders of our great nation chose independence. As do we, which accepts no government,
Thanks, pal.
because independence makes possible the life to which we aspire. We really can't watch or listen to the latest news, business, and news headlines on Sirius XM anytime, anywhere. Fox News Audio on Sirius XM. America is listening.
All right, it's 8 a.m. on the East Coast, and it's Tuesday, October the 15th, and this is Fox News. Former President Trump is heading to Georgia today, and I'm heading to the touch screen to break down the state of the swing states with a reporter who's been on the ground.
And Oklahoma lawmakers accusing the White House of shutting down a briefing on a potential election day terror attack. We're going to talk to one of them.
And a Fox weather alert. All power could be restored later on today in Florida after Hurricane Milton. But thousands are still in the dark in North Carolina. Coming up, as you can see right there, we're going to talk to one family who took that picture of their cat as it floated away in floodwaters. And you know what? After a couple of days,
Processing data.
the cat came home. All right. Awesome.
That came back. All right.
Final Hour Fox and Friends starts right now.
That hits the
We're
spot.
almost there, y'all. We're exactly 3 weeks away from the election day, and the Harris campaign is scrambling to secure support from black male voters. As we learn that the key voting bloc is shifting more and more towards the right.
Greg Jenkins is our White House correspondent this morning. He joins us now. So, Greg, that's one of the reasons why Kamala Harris yesterday unveiled a whole bunch of stuff to try to get a whole bunch of votes. The question is, well, we'll find out. Until American voters decide who will be the next president. And Harris is surprisingly struggling with a specific group of those voters, young black men. That's why she unveiled her opportunity at NBC here, starting with that $20,000 for government loans for $1 million to start businesses, along with education, training, and mentorship programs, a regulatory framework for cryptocurrency, a health initiative in legalizing marijuana in parts. The New York Times poll shows just how much voters have drifted from Democrats 92% 2016, 90% 2020 to 78% today. And there's a clear shift seen too in her risk-averse media strategy. She is in Detroit today for an audio town hall with Charlemagne the God. The New York Times actually reports today that according to Tim Former and current Democrat leaders, campaign lacks urgency. We'll see what she can do about that. But then tomorrow, Prime Minister heard of what former President Bill Clinton raised yesterday, which is this complete failure of pay to the death of EJ Ursula Lincoln Riley. If we wait to see what happens in the voting, then in 5 days,
Let's keep moving ahead.
super press conference. Guys, she hasn't been on it. Thank you very much. That's what our magazine too, and even the Time magazine wanted the president to be right? And that's why it's so impactful. Here. Oh, it sounds like in the time about Eastern time, hour, she's going to sit down with it'll be interesting. They're going to run the tape in its entirety. He will be joining us tomorrow, 3-4 hours from now.
Faulkner is going to be in Georgia with Donald Trump, and that's going to air tomorrow at on the show. It's an all-female audience, which I think is very smart.
Right. Also, that's going to come tomorrow morning. Just remind me to tell them that she's from the White House. Right. Hopefully, you're going to speaking of the news, so it's all coming out of Nevada and Michigan, right? Donald Trump picked up the endorsement of the big influential newspaper, the One Thing is Tribune. They said vote for Trump in Nevada, so that's big for him. Meanwhile, big news out of Michigan yesterday, and that is Arab American News, which is very influential with Arab Americans in Michigan. They declined to endorse Kamala Harris. They did endorse Joe Biden. They officially probably banked it on their endorsement. They said neither candidate represents our hopes and dreams as Arab Americans. So she's just going to have to do without that endorsement.
Yeah, so she managed to take on Jewish Americans, especially in the opposition, and then Arab Americans that are in that area. She still took them off as well. So she should have just decided to declare a policy that she thought was right. And I think the administration should have did that as well. That's exactly what she put this on the issue. Meanwhile, the former president made it very clear what he stands on home ownership.
First of all, it's too expensive to build homes, and the government costs a fortune. 30% of the cost of some locations is the cost of like planning, certificates, and all a lot of nonsense they do. They make you go through hell. It takes years to get up. Zoning approvals, all of the approvals you need. We're going to get rid of a lot of that, but most importantly, we're going to get interest rates going great down. We're going to drill, baby drill. We're going to have so much energy. We're going to bring prices down. Because your prices are.
I think Christina was there. She was moderator of
Here goes.
Yeah, it's a question from people in the audience. We're going to ask questions. And there were 2 people that fainted different times. Then he started playing music, and he was DJing, so they played music to distract the crowd while they made sure those individuals were okay. Apparently, and Trump asked the security officers to open the doors so they could go air.
So Joe Rogan, the president, former president, he's going to sit down with Joe Rogan. It turns out the Harris camp is also talking to Joe Rogan. But think about what she's done. If she was in the lead, or if she was in even a flat-footed tie, I think there'd be a sense of let's keep a bubble wrap and let's go finish it out. We have a great answer and literally $1 billion. But she's not. That's why she was doing the town hall with Charlemagne, trying to get black men. And then on Wednesday, to do a general interview with Brett Baer for 25 minutes, which is unscripted, and to try to line up the ultimate male voter in Joe Rogan. That'll be interesting for him. And from Joe Rogan's perspective, it doesn't do him any good to be perceived as a liberal or like Howard Stern is. It's or a conservative. So for me, I think if he says yes to both, that might allow him to do both to get more attention to his trials.
Go ahead, Elsa.
We do. This may be the first time where we haven't had a lot of people on the show saying, we haven't made up our mind yet. Are we hearing that? I feel like everyone's pretty much made up their mind.
I would agree with the New York Times poll is there's like 7 or 8% are still straight over on the side. It went down 3%.
We're going to be talking about Georgia a little later in the show. 6% of voters in Georgia are still undecided. So when we're talking about these swing states like Pennsylvania, Georgia, Wisconsin,
it matters for those states on what the it's just a little. But I mean, when you look at Georgia, it was decided by almost 12,000 votes. 5 million people voted, but 12,000 people decided to legalize Florida. So that was a little bit badass. So let's talk about national immigration. Not only they're opening schools, not only they're trying to shoot into small towns, we also understand like that. The fact that about 10,000 or 15,000 patients are community. A lot of the people who can't afford to keep them here, and they're doing the same thing that happened in Ohio, Springfield, Ohio. And then you have the situation with the war and the controversy around that, taking over apartment buildings. All we have to do is walk 4 blocks, and we see the problem here. You have illegal immigrants staying for free when we feed them, and we pay for all their accommodations, and they reconcile with the activities like this. So there's nothing we can do because of our business.
Here goes.
Laws. It's not similar to the slash and grabs when they do their activities, their process, and let out. Those are teens. Jason Sabino, NYPD Detective Bureau Assistant Chief, talked about the frustration and what they're up against every day. We're talking 20 individuals arrested, a total of 50 times, you know.
I can't believe there were monsters right beneath my feet. I had no idea.
Anywhere from snatches to what I call wolfpack robberies.
Got the bracers to thank for that. We're usually good at keeping them contained.
It's shocking to say the least, and we've seen progression with this group, right? When I was trying to get this here, and you're hearing progression. You know, when they first came, they were actually encouraged not to commit horrific crimes. So they stuck with pickpockets, then they graduated to snatches. Soon after, scooter crime. Why? Because their original criminality did not have consequence. And when criminality doesn't have consequence, it actually encourages more criminality. The individuals that actually engage in
You picked the wrong guy to fight.
Right, and what we had heard, what's learning in sanctuary cities is anytime one of these crimes migrate, they're going to go at them with the full force for the law. That is not the case. The particular group of teenagers that he was talking about is referred to, they've got the name for themselves. It's called Los Diablos de la 42, or Little Devils of 42nd Street. Those are some of them right there. What's extraordinary is, it sounds like there's one member, Trend Alarwa, who has been essentially leading. But you know how they coordinate and communicate? They use the group chat on their government-issued phone. So in other words, they're using the phones, Uncle Sam gave them to coordinate the crime. And the crime's involved phones, and there should be a line in the sand. Well, it is not. They complained about the food after they entered the country illegally, and we decided that we were going to give them debit cards to pay for the food because they didn't like the food that was coming out of the life exchanges. Because we have a criminal justice system and these liberal DAs, they don't cooperate with us in the federal government to do deportations, and we have a system now that is giving special treatment to criminals. And so these people that are legally cross the border understand that system, and we're letting them out. Even if they share a cop, they let them back in the street. That's why 60% of the country are for mass deportation. That's exactly the change, right? Which is change. And that's why I think the president, if he gets back in, is not only going to attack it, he's got the plan, he's got the people, and I think the cities will automatically be under pressure to crack down. If not, ICE is going to be empowered for the first time in a long time to get their numbers quadrupled.
I'll tell you that we see the tourists aren't coming to the border like they used to because they're scared. Anyone from South Carolina comes once towards here, they'll call me and ask me, is it so bad? How bad is it? Do we think we're safe? I'm always like, don't stay in a hotel in Times Square.
No, I know.
Let's go get
Because they take
chicken
them up, the hotel prices have gone up because of the prices. Now it's these hotels, and it's top down, and it's driving up the price. And the hotels in, and that's recently, I've seen a number of gang groups coming up, man, I don't know if this particular problem issue or if there's tourists from out of town, but nonetheless, as well as if you do not want to get out of the car, before a puppy worry because you just don't know who anybody is. You don't know whether anyone. Yeah. So there's another super issue out there is transgenders. And transgenders, not only with your kids in schools, but also in sports. And also, people think that this is a hot issue for black people. It's actually a hot issue for Hispanics and blacks, especially. So this is what they're pushing. Out now, and it's real. And it's happening in college sports. We've got case in point. The University of Nevada women's volleyball team have said that they want to boycott their game in San Jose State because they're using a transgender man as one of their players. So these female athletes say, screw it, I'm not going to get a ball in the face from some guy dressed as a woman, and he's going to, we've already talked to people about this, you're not playing. And guess what? The University of Nevada says the women's game will go on. You don't have to play, but we're going to have a game. So if there's some players who want to take on the guy, they can go play. If not, it's going to be a forfeit. They'd rather take the forfeit than play the trade. The team in question is simple. They've got this transgender player, and there have been a number of different schools and cities who got to do it. Here's what the University of Nevada has turned over to the women's volleyball team. The women, they wrote a statement. This is what they really submitted.
Battle finished. Now processing data.
That our right to safety and fair competition on the court be upheld. We refuse to participate in any match that advances injustice and female athletes. And that's what a lot of people are saying. They're saying you can be whoever you want. Many people believe that. You can't play against girls because it's a safety issue.
And so, is the school standing behind them?
The school has said the players make
This
decisions
thing's
and
good
decide.
shit.
But of course,
It wears you out like nothing else.
the team says we want to play.
Yes.
Real big upgrade between the 4th and 5th gen ordnance right here. I can see why the army liked it so much. It was worth extorting it out of that corrupt general a while back. But what am I gonna do now? No one's gonna find the goods now that I've got them well hidden. Now I gotta settle between selling it to A for a fat stack, or taking it to some lab or a tech court. The girl with arc rides seemed to know what it was worth too. Wouldn't mind having her work under me if it meant getting him out of the way. I might be able to tap more than extra Mira out of that deal.
Getting a little ahead of us, aren't we?
Huh? What are you doing here?
So you came here after all. Not a bad hustle you got going. You learn what those punks were up to. Tipped off the cops, then snatched the case in the confusion so you could profit from the shadow.
Wait, I hear you. I screwed up. I'll give you back what I stole. And Mira. And whatever dirt you want to know. I'd never even think of picking a fight with all.
Too late. You underestimated us, and for that, you will pay with fear.
If you're going to make this transgender move in your life, you're
What was that?
Come on, let's stay behind me.
Okay.
I'll be hitting the fan soon.
What do you mean?
San Jose State, right? San Jose State. So you've got the school, but all players are recognized. The school itself has said the intended players. It'd be interesting to find out on that day who showed up.
Looks like the game's on here.
Drill down and do a DNA test. I don't think this is, this is looking at people that are biological males. Why do we have to see this? Why do we have to see women reproduction?
Let's keep moving ahead.
where shit just is not what it is.
Walgreens is planning on closing over 1,200 stores over the next 3 years. 500 of those stores are expected to close
That we can wrap there.
this fiscal year as new CEO all of the store closures will be in the United States. General opening up about control.
Let's save it.
In a recent podcast interview, he says he wants to have a conversation with the people he stole from over 2 decades ago.
I would ask them to just one, forgive me because there's no excuse. And that the first accountability of my power was I had no business taking from anybody. Just this entitlement that I had, this the world owes me my back and come take your stuff. Just what horrible way to look at life.
Save it. He's dead.
I can't believe it.
I can see he tried to resist, but he couldn't stop his throat from being slit. Wasn't even the usual knife, more like a machete. And then his left hand was...
What are you two doing down here? What in Adios' name? Whoa! Look at all that blood!
Shit. It would be the guy we were just about to ask to come in and talk to us. You look like you found yourself in the middle of a real mess here. I hope you're ready to come to the station.
Crime scene secured at 1:10 p.m. 2 important witnesses will volunteer themselves into custody and accompany us to the sighting station.
Right? Don't you sometimes see people come out, you know, she's left like my little operator. She's only like 3 feet. You could have been 20 feet.
You know, we think about this when we were walking on the streets of New York. They had all those trap doors on the sidewalk. I always went around them because I was scared it's kind of open myself.
They have the doors for them. They do. The basement doors again. And then and Brian, the grates are right there behind us. And as you said, those are like grates over the sub. Brian, you're each with them. Do you get back up? Because you're kind of clumsy. So when you're doing something, do you get back up? That's the next step. Brian, hand me up. Just jump up and you roll. You looked at me and said he was watching.
I'm sure she was hurt. I'm sure that didn't feel good.
You always feel that's why I never want to be a stage. It's too dangerous. Right. That's nothing to do with the bunker. Only trap doors.
Who do you think you're fooling, Arkwright?
Shutting down a Remake and a potential Election Day terror attack. The push for answers.
You think we'll believe it was just some coincidence that you were in the maintenance tunnel? That you were just taking that girl with you alone on some field trip?
The choice is yours.
Not a chance.
You shot the man patient, you're a part of the solution, not the problem. We have thousands of projects, hundreds of American mental health retailers. These patriots love America and they're fighting for you. So do the right thing, vote with the wrong, spend wisely. Right now, go to manpatient.com, lifetime over. Use this promo code and save 30%. Patriots are fighting back against the liberal agenda. Bitcoin, America's first credit card built for conservatives. Every transaction supports conservative causes, advances our values, and a conservative future. Earn cash back while fighting back. Apply today at
I can see the rumors of how much a handful you are weren't overselling you.
If you're looking for a nutritional supplement that really makes a difference, look at
The weapon might not have a blade, but I've never seen anything like it. You've got a state-of-the-art organ, too. You've been skirting the line of legality dangerously close these past few years. You do know we could come down on you if we wanted to, right?
I have more energy, my pain is gone, and I lost weight too.
I've noticed driving myself all day, and particularly keep me more alert.
It doesn't take an immune one thing for
Took the words right out of my mouth. Really know how to throw people off.
This is an example of what we heard from thousands of customers. Look at the 2 videos on our website and place
to order for our meal on Pepsi online or call 888-316-2224. You won't believe that 7 times more meals can be for you. 888-316-2224. Order now. COPD isn't been driven. It's tough to breathe. Tough to keep wandering. This is as good as it gets. But Trilogy
You're wasting your time with that.
beauty. Correct? Okay. Because with 3 doses and 1 inhaler, Trilogy keeps my airways open and prevents future flares.
I would be with the Central Intelligence Department, the group that asked for your help on this
So I can
case.
breathe more freely all day and night. Trilogy won't replace the rest of me for some reason.
The name's
Tell your
Kincaid.
doctor.
I'm with the CID's Analytical Division. On its behalf, I thank you for your aid in locating Giacomo Conte. And I see your line caught a second hit as well.
Chest pain, mouth and tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, right. Monstrum Nox wants daily Trilogy COPD because breathing should be. I'm Kamala Harris, exclusive on Special Report. As the election day closes in, inside her race against Donald Trump, presents the exclusive in Battleground, Pennsylvania, Wednesday.
Talk show. My next guest is
Ever since I downloaded the free STD app, I can't stop watching it. All of my fingertips, all for free.
Do you see something?
Endless entertainment, all of it for you. Download the free STD app now. When it comes to drugs, how much freedom is too much for kids? Drugs are well, my team feel free to say no around other kids. I didn't get drug-free when I was young. Drugs worry me. I feel free to talk about it with my kids.
Questions about drugs and kids? Call or chat to get confused.
I'll be taking my leave now, sir.
Your beetle.
Understood. You know what needs doing next, and be sure to send your report to the chief.
She said she was with the Central Intelligence Department.
Looks that way. Seems real competent, too. And you're able to bark out orders to her just like that, huh? Shows you've moved up in the world, Renee.
Kincaid, not Renee. Though perhaps they've been after 3 years.
Hard to say if 3 years ago even counted as a proper hello. You're still on the ball as ever, you spectacled sadist.
Same to you, Stickle. Still working from the shadows and relying on old-fashioned stubbornness and trickery to get the job done, I see.
Damn right.
The CID is currently hot on the trail of the duo who murdered Giacomo Conte. We found trace evidence of them at the scene.
Knew you wouldn't waste time.
I know your nose and circle of suspicious contacts are not to be underestimated. It won't be getting in the way of whatever you and your friend are working on. If you hear anything interesting, however, you'll give me a call. You owe it to me after bailing you out.
Thousands of individuals that was rushed over here because the error of argument at all, and they weren't properly vetted.
I don't believe I've heard that hollow before. By the way, have you pulled in your back yet? Well, that answers that. You ever grow up. Take care then. You as well, young lady.
Thank you.
How many individuals out there that we're not and you could sit there at the right guy, and what they say is true. Sometimes this stuff unwinds differently. So this guy was going to try to pull something off with he left his neighbors. His neighbors had no idea that this was he was up to the things and all of that. There's something else the Trump team wants you to do. Let's be a surrogate. You will kick off your battleground tour with Tulsi Gabbard over in Nevada, where I think the Trump team got some good news about Las Vegas Review Journal. Just endorsed him as the what is your message? What is the Trump economic message
they want you to get out. Well, we're trying to, I'm in Austin right now. I'm in the Reno, for this interview, go to Martin City, and Rolla, and also Charlotte. We're in the business communities and Native American areas. And the business community, let's put the economy back on track, right? Washington, D.C.'s never created a job in its life, but it is supposed to create an atmosphere for job creators to create those jobs. What's happening with the Harris Biden administration is it's cutting our blood flow to our head. It's literally, they got the foot on our neck, regulating us to death, and they're choking out the economy. With Native Americans, it's about sovereignty and the ability to actually use the land.
Excuse me, can I have a moment of your time?
It was taken away and given to us. And it's about self-determination.
You just came out of the police station, didn't you? I'm dreaming there was just a murder. Is that why you were in there?
We walk over there every day, but right now, the way the Department of Interior works and the way this administration works, we're having
the newest reporter at the Times. I just joined the paper's local news division and happened to hear what was going on from a source of mine. You wouldn't happen to have anything to add about the murder, would you? I'll take anything.
What the Native American community is saying, hey, let us be sovereign. Let us have self-determination. Let us make our own way. Quit babysitting us. And the Trump administration has a very strong record on that first 4 years he was in office. And we're saying, hey, we're going to bring that back.
Thank you so much. Just you wait, Dingo. I'll get one over you this time.
It'll be good too. There's Native American issues when it comes to enforcing the border. It'll be good to see cooperation.
Yeah.
Fair enough,
There
man.
is no cooperation right now, Brian. There is zero communication with the Harris Biden administration. Zero outreach to our Native American allies and partners, by the way. And it's frustrating for all of us. All right, so one more time. Thanks so much for joining us. And we'll take you back to the over.
I'll get it done.
With that 27 of that bench. Appreciate it. Meanwhile, we need to you got it. Former President Trump is heading to Georgia today. Lawrence breaks down the state of the swing state with a reporter who's on the ground in Montgomery.
For more than a decade, Garcia has been trusted again. There are many ways to do things. At Open Mini Freightliner, we do them this way. This way is people who started and inspire each other to do things the way they should be done. This way uses technology. It goes the extra mile. You deliver your promises on time, every time. This way is why we're the #1 national LTL carrier for quality. For us, this way is the right way, which is why it's the only way.
My nurse practitioner saved me from a lifelong heart condition. She prescribed the right medicine.
My NP diagnosed my
My NP listens.
She saved my life twice, and I always be great. To learn why millions of people choose NPs, visit us
So
at
calm here with all the hustle and bustle.
Hello to my fellow patriots.
Not this way. Yeah. One thing I like about this area.
My new book, Save America, published by Winning Team Publishing.
What kind of shop is this?
It's a car repair shop. Basically heaven on earth for guys like me.
Get a copy today. Go to 35books.com. Thank you, everybody.
I'm Dr. Douglas Hopper. As a physician in the mid-80s, I was driven by a deep desire
Well, hello again, handsome.
passion led me to start Balance of Nature.
I've been waiting
In
for
over
you.
30 years,
I figured you'd show up early enough. I suppose the girl next to you is your client. She suits that uniform to a T.
The whole food vegetable ingredients. There's a reason Balance of Nature is a capsule. There's a reason why we use a specific variety.
My name's Bermonti, sweetheart. I'm the owner and bartender of this fine establishment. Van and I have a very
See,
special relationship.
taste the difference. Experience for yourself the power of whole food ingredients and make Balance of Nature a part of your daily life.
Get 35% off your first set as a preferred customer with free shipping and our money-back guarantee. Claim this offer using discount code FOXNEWS.
A large retail store just canceled our huge order, leaving us with a ton of extra My Pillows. But you know what? That's their loss. I'm going to make their game. For the first time ever, you get standard classic My Pillows for wholesale prices, only $14.88. I can't believe I'm even saying that. Only $14.88. But it gets even better. For a limited time, I'm going to offer my entire classic collection at wholesale prices. Upgrade your queen size My Pillow for just $18.88. King size only $1 more. And my body pillows for $29.88. And multi-use My Pillows for only $9.88. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on the screen. Use your promo code to take advantage of wholesale pricing for the first time ever on TV, including my standard size My Pillow, only $14.88. They've never been offered this low before. We have limited quantities at this price, so limit's going to be 10, and once they're gone, they're gone. When things go sideways, will you be prepared? I want to introduce you to the Patriot Power Generator 2000X. Use the endless-free power of the sun to power lights, TV, medical equipment, even regular food. And that's without gas, fumes, or noise. Go to 4patriots.com. You'll get a solar panel included for free. Double the capacity, expandable for more power. Wireless heavy. This is about peace of mind. Get your solar generator and free panel at 4patriots.com.
It's the Stackable Savings Sale and Catalyst event.
Come in today for cabinets, countertops, flooring, installation, and more. And start enjoying your dream kitchen for as little as $139 per month. Don't wait. The Stackable Savings Sale ends soon.
Cabinets together. Wow.
On a $100,000 margin, Interactive Brokers charges just 6.33%. Do you know how much your broker charges? Fidelity and Schwab charge over 1.5 times as much. E-Trade is even higher. Move your account to Interactive Brokers and save at least $5,200. Or much more if you're trading big bucks. When you get one place, get the latest news, business, and news headlines on SiriusXM. Anytime, anywhere. Fox News Audio on SiriusXM. America is listening.
Alright, 8:35 here in the East Coast, and a Fox weather alert. All power is expected to be restored to more than 190,000 houses and businesses still in the dark in Florida today. Fox weather correspondent Robert Ray is live in Venice Beach, Florida, with the latest. Alright, so I still see rubble and debris behind you. The key is when can they turn on the lights, Robert?
Yeah, that's a good question. As you stated, there were 200,000 customers still power here on the Gulf Coast this morning. And yes, debris piles exist here in Venice Beach. I was at Fort Myers Beach yesterday. And what's interesting is I talked to the mayor of Fort Myers Beach, FEMA funding and progress. Listen to what he told me.
I wish we could get more. We're still waiting for compensation or reimbursement from EMA, which obviously the longer it takes to get those reimbursements.
Here are all the bases he used for the past few years, complete with security locks.
But we do what we can, we cover what we can.
Oh, and just to add, there's been no sign of any Jaeger cores in the move as of yesterday. Well, be seen.
Take a look at the process. They always have a lot of people on site after a storm like this, but not a lot of the city.
And there is some confusion on the ground as millions of people are still reeling with the insides of the homes and businesses having to be ripped out like what you see behind me. This is apartment complex and just part of it. At least the scenes that we see as power will hopefully be fully restored by the end of today or at least tomorrow. In the meantime, insurance claims are skyrocketing and people are looking for FEMA sites to fill out the applications. Fuel is still a priority here on the ground as not only Milton but Helene ravaged this entire peninsula.
You must have amassed quite a collection by now.
And recovery to do, and that unfortunately still sits at 22, and we know what's going on still in North Carolina.
Oh!
Nature wreaking havoc this fall.
I'd heard you were a regular at this establishment.
Thank you very much.
Listen, folks, we'd like to invite you to join Fox's support of the
But I wasn't expecting to run
Hurricanes
just
Helene and Milton. Your donation
Let's do it. Renee, better than you. Hell of a day for me.
You've certainly spent a lot of it skulking around. Up to no good, I assume. I imagine it was half your own fault that you got hauled off to the police station.
Wish I could argue otherwise. Should have known it wouldn't take long for you to hear about what happened and come running.
Of course. I paid a visit to the scene of the crime as well. Giacomo was hardly a pleasant person. He was a decent informant to use when work called for one. I hope you know that the detectives at the station and that reporter are very displeased with you, by the way. Your love of causing trouble for everyone and taking advantage of it to further your own goals has never been a bright spot for you.
Don't got a clue what you're talking about.
Thank you. Yes, thank you.
This is awkward.
Thank you.
I can't believe it. Forgive me. My name is Elaine. I'm sorry for interrupting your conversation.
Oh, not at all.
I think we have much to discuss. But we're also both busy, so that can wait for another time. Whoever can solve this case first, the ID, the police, the guild, wins the prize lying in wait. That also goes for our presumed suspects. I'm sure you know who I'm talking about. Be careful not to get too involved here, Van. I'm almost certain that the two people who killed Giacomo were from A.
Thinking the same. I'll chalk myself up to owing you one for telling me.
Not even a percentage difference between the two candidates. It all came down to certain cities, small counties, and you know what the difference was? 11,779 votes decided that election. 5 million people showed up, but it was that 11,000 that put Joe Biden there. So that's anybody's game right. So let's discuss it. We got political reporter for WAAE. He's going to join us right now. So tell us, what are you hearing on the ground right now? What counties are close and what issues matter?
So first of all, everyone's talking about turnout. Today is the first day of in-person early voting. The expectation is by the time we get to election day, more than half voters would have already cast a ballot. Seeing traffic going on, this is an early location all morning long. In terms of where, I've moved away from the idea of just picking one place. Every vote is going to matter in the state of Georgia. That's the reason you're seeing former President Bill Clinton in rural Georgia. That's why you're seeing former President Trump vote in rural Georgia. But here, in the next couple of days, he's going to be in Metro Atlanta. He's going to have a rally here in County later today. He'll be in Grant County next week. In terms of issues, because what you just showed on the screen, you know, those 4 issues, I hear from voters.
Yeah, so tell me, what do you think has the edge right now on the ground?
Look, Georgia is still, when you start that as a baseline, Georgia's a Republican state. Look what happened in 2020. All the statewide races are Republican. You have the blue race for U.S. Senate, where Raphael Warnock is the incumbent was able to hang on to a seat that was Walker lose that race. So that's the baseline. Georgia is still a Republican state, but in the right scenarios, a Democrat could win. Both of you senators are Democrats. And so that's what I'm watching for. Probably the most interesting thing to share from my past week of talking to folks on the ground. I've had 2 Republican candidates tell me that they're running ahead of former President Trump. That's an issue that the former president's losing a handful of votes here and there across the state. Again, talk about that could be margin this time.
Yeah, we're starting to see some trend when it comes to black males, especially in Georgia. We make a difference in the black kid. And you know, they said it was Jim Crow 2.0. He doubled his support amongst black males. Him and the former president are now back together. Let's see if that makes a difference in the zone. Rahul, thank you so much for giving us information on the ground.
Great deal.
So speaking of Georgia, Nathan Wade is being proposed today on Capitol Hill today. But Bonnie Miller says her ex-lover could compromise her case. We'll discuss it next.
The next stop will be in the cathedral in Edith's Feast District. Those traveling to the cathedral or Aramis Academy.
Save $50 on the MSA 60 CP battery chase. Real steel. Energy is like a symbol. Every note, every chord, every instrument creates an incredible amount of power and possibility. But that energy needs to be reliable to have the same power. And affordable to keep elevated. At home, on the road, on farms and fleets, and even ports. Cooking and renewable are lower.
We are now arriving at the cathedral. The doors on the left side will
Learn more about
open.
safe, clean, reliable cooking at cooking.com. Here's why you should switch from Google to DuckDuckGo on all your devices. DuckDuckGo comes with a built-in search engine like Google, but it's private and doesn't spy on your searches. And DuckDuckGo lets you browse and grow, but with lots of ease. Apps will follow you around from Google and other companies. And there's no patch. It's free.
I thought I told you to get off at the next stop.
You'll have to forgive me for being selfish, but you have to understand just how much that memento means to me. It's something that connects me not just to my great-grandfather, but my mother and grandmother too. And that's not the only reason I want to see this through now. A man is dead. I know you don't like the idea, but I feel like I have to be a part of this. Whatever may come to happen, I'll do everything I can to ensure my own safety. And I'll do everything you ask in the field. So please, won't you let me come with you?
Oh. Fine. You're the client. I can see you at least know your way around that staff and arts. But you're gonna have to do everything to keep yourself safe. And if I give you an order, you follow it. If you fail to do that, I'll terminate our contract then and there. We clear?
Absolutely. Thank you.
Life insurance is too important to put off another day. That's why Selectable makes getting coverage you need easy. Now get up to a $2 million policy with no medical exam and same-day coverage.
Visit Selectable.
We are now arriving at Edith Central Station. Those transferring to the Transcontinental Railroad.
When you can't watch, listen to the latest news, business, and news headlines on Sirius XM anytime and where. Fox News Audio on Sirius XM. America is listening. No matter what. I'm Chris. All my friends call me Leslie.
What should I call you?
That's the motherfucker.
Very good evening to you, Edith. It is now 6:45 p.m., which means it's time for today's evening news. President Grampart held a press briefing at the Presidential Building in Vontai at 3 p.m. today. He discussed this year's ending of the reparations from Erebonia, and with it, the impact it will have on Calvert's future.
It has been 2 years since the Erebonian Empire launched an unprovoked war of aggression against us. A vile act we were generous enough to forgive.
Wherever they drink. Whatever the baby
The price it paid in the form of reparations was steep, but every last lira was, in my strong opinion, justified. I believe its actions, its atrocities, the past several centuries are behind it. I warmly welcome it back to the international community with open arms, promoting an era of peace between us. Even when it comes to crossbows. With reparations due to come to an end this year, some have raised concerns that an economic recession is on the horizon. Those fears are unfounded. We have used these past 2 years to transform our economy, to bolster our capital, to better our technology. No nation has surpassed what we have accomplished because no nation can. We cannot take our supremacy for granted. I have every intention of taking this power and using it to lead our great world as a whole to a more glorious, prosperous, future.
Reportedly plans to ask Wade about any correspondence he had with the Biden administration or the disbanded January 6th committee, as well as Willis's use of federal funds as they investigate for prosecution against the former president. Now, in a letter to the Judiciary Committee Chairman, Congressman Jim Jordan, Willis says she instructed Wade not to answer any questions on the election interference case and argues that he shouldn't testify at all. She wrote in that letter, quote, "I am concerned that your demand for Mr. Wade's testimony would force him to improperly divulge confidential information that is protected by privileges held by the Fulton County District Attorney's Office." The Georgia Court of Appeals will hear oral arguments in December on whether Fani Willis will be disqualified from the election interference case, the decision expected sometime next year. Guys,
thank you very much, Brooke. It is 12 minutes before the top of the hour, and Carly joins us with some headlines from the sports.
That's right. We got a couple of sports headlines to get to with a high-scoring first half between the Jets and the Bills last night, capped off by the Hail Mary Bear Runners going into the break. But in the second half, the Jets missed not one but two kicks that would have given them the lead.
Took a touchdown off the board. Sirline.
Save it.